Hi guys, welcome back to the Smith Family Ranch. Today I'm going to start a collaboration. That collaboration is going to be called 3 Things That You Have Learned During the Spring, Summer, Garden time frame. I'm going to start off with, I think, what ours is most important. So soil quality does count, does matter. So we did get our soil tested. We sent it off to the ag place. It actually was sent to, I think, Texas A&M Agriculture College, and they do all the testing. One thing that they recommended, well, the main thing that they recommended was to add lime to our soil. So we did that. We started before it was even time to plant, like a couple months before. We got a bunch of lime. We spread it throughout the entire garden. And then we disked it, not really disked it, but we tilled it so that it got mixed into it. We had some rain, so, it was the pellets. The pellets would dissolve over time. So we did that, and we continued to plant, or, once we let it sit, we planted, and they popped up pretty good, but they didn't grow very well. So, they germinated well, and then once they started growing, they just kind of stalled. They didn't do well at all. So amending the soil is going to be something that we need to do a better job at, and it is very important. So yeah, that would be my number one, I think, most of all. And to give you an example, this fall, our fall garden, we actually just planted a few weeks ago. And I already have, a bunch of plants like growing very well. The squash and zucchini that I had planted are already bigger than my spring garden. Like, it's crazy. I'll add a picture in here to give you an example. I don't think I took a picture of my spring plant, and if I did, I'll try to find it, of the squash and zucchini, but huge difference. And it's soil that we purchased from Lowe's, and it has a mixture of topsoil, compost dirt, and I think it even added some of our own compost dirt on that one. Not a whole lot, just a couple shovelful, because I was filling up my other garden. So yes, soil quality matters. My number 2 thing that I would that I learned is that spacing between rows makes a difference. Now, I mean, it's probably like minuscule, because minuscule, is that even a word? So, when the plants grow, if my plants would have actually grown, they would have taken up more space, and it would have been harder to walk in between, because I did do the in-ground garden. I would have had to walk in between the garden to harvest, and with the distance between rows, which I thought was good enough, it was about 1.5 feet between each one, but maybe 2 feet actually. But even then, once the plants start growing, there's less space walking in between. And I ended up stepping on plants a lot. So I think I might even exaggerate the rows and do like maybe 4 foot in between. I think I've seen a couple gardening videos. One of them was Homesteading the Hard Way. Their rows were really far apart. And I think he even mentioned that in one of my videos from way back. So that is number 2. And number 3 is kind of funny. Don't let hazel into your garden, because then it'll just be destroyed, no matter what it was. I mean, I had a electric fence, and it still didn't keep her out, and she still got in there and ate it. It's like a gourmet meal for a cow. So don't let your cows in the garden. Keep them away, far away. There's way more that I learned, but I'm going to keep it simple because I may use them for a different video. Maybe I, learn something and I'll use it next year or something. It's, something I learned in 2020. Got my 2020 garden. Anyways, those are the things that I feel like are most important or like had a huge impact on my garden. Not really huge. The first one is huge. The second one is more for convenience, and then I'm pretty sure that 3 is pretty huge too because she destroyed my garden. So yeah, fun times. I'm gonna go ahead and call out a few channels. The first one is going to be Country View Homestead. Get your 3 reasons or 3 things that you learned in your spring and summer garden. Along the River Homestead, they are being tagged as well. PG Nano Farm, you're being tagged. And Clueless Homesteaders, I hope that they'll do this. They haven't had a few videos out, but I think maybe this hopefully will motivate them to get a video. So those are my 4 tags for, what is it again? I always forget this. It's not written down. 3 things that you learned during your spring and summer garden. So go ahead and check out those channels. I'll go ahead and link them below. And maybe I'll start a playlist. Who knows? Anyways, thanks for watching and we'll catch you later.